Good morning. This is Pam from Heart of Texas, and I want to show you our new fall album. It's called Autumn Song by BoBunny, and this I think was last year's paper, but it has gorgeous autumn colors in it. I found a burlap sunflower at Hobby Lobby and some old raffia and some leaves. These are just plastic or silk leaves that I just attached, and these are 3 banners that you attach. It also comes with a piece of cardboard that is going to be 9 inches by 6 inches, and you just peel off the layers. I just moistened the layers with some water and just peeled them off. I did spray some just different colors of spray. I think I had some tattered angels and some gold, and just to give it some color there, and tied my raffia in a knot. And you can probably see that I just stuck it on back there, and I had these charms, I guess, and I'm going to glue this right into the center of the sunflower just for some color. I'm going to use glossy accents to do that. I had forgotten about doing this on a video, so I did a page, I think, and almost finished it, and then I remembered what I needed to do, so I started over. And then my glossy accents doesn't like me today. Let's see if I can get it to come out. This is October the 10th or 13th or 12th, and we're going to have 101 degrees here today. So I guess it's a good day to stay inside. There we go. Let's put this around, these glossy accents around. And we are going to Branson, Missouri for about 6 days in November, and I know every time we've gone up there the trees are changing, and it'll be cool. And since we don't have a lot of summer, maybe I can get some good leaf pictures to put in this. This says autumn, and it has an arrow that says 97, I think is what that says. Anyway, just gonna press it on there and let it sit down in there till it attaches. I have almost everything of this pre-cut so that it'll go a little faster, and then I'll go back and add a few more embellishments, either after I get it assembled or once we get back and I have pictures that I can kind of work around. So this is just not wanting to stick. I may have to just use hot glue on it if it doesn't want to hold itself on there. Set it over here and let it dry, and you can we'll go back and check on it, and we'll do the inside page. This is what I do with all of my stickers that have adhesive on the back of them. I take them off and put in, it's kind of like just a thing like this, and I just put baby powder in here and a brush that looks like this, and I just brush the baby powder on the back of them, and it takes the sticky off, because a lot of times this sticky won't stick as well as the glue won't stick, adhesive won't stick as well as I want it to on what I'm going to put it on. So I just go ahead and I mount these on it's really thin. It's probably maybe 1 step up from cereal box board, and I just mount these, and then when I need them I cut them off and put them on. If I have any left, I just cut them off and put them in an envelope that says autumn. I don't do all of them that way. I don't do the long one this way unless I'm going to cut it into pieces, just because I really haven't found anything to do with this one. So these are some that I've left on here so you could see how to do it. It's just glued on. Oops, it's just glued on to the chipboard. And these are the ones that came from the cards, the chipboard stickers, and I don't know if there was any cardstock stickers, but there was 2 things of stickers that I put on here. And it's a good way to make sure that you can use them for some depth and dimension. And this is the first, there's really no pages. This is just a half circle. You can put it together any way you want. It's your choice on how you want to do it. And I've paper clipped. On this side is just the raw cardstock or chipboard, and I just peeled some of this off, and when it was originally cut, it wasn't cut very straight, so it's just kind of a crooked chipboard. And this side has paper on it, so that makes it different on each side. So the first one that we're going to do is this is going to be trying to decide if I want to do which one I want on the front and which one I want on the back. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But this one is just a photo mat. Oops. That is just going to be placed. Just trying to place it. Whichever way doesn't really matter which way I do the holes, I don't think. But I wanted some so that it would kind of give us some color. Did this last night, that's how quickly you forget what you're doing. I think I'll do it like this, and this is just a photo mat. It doesn't come in your kit. You can just make whichever one you want. And then we have, still have a little bit of adhesive on them. It says crisp air and autumn crunchies. And I didn't do the chipboard on the back of them because I don't know, I didn't. But this is going to be, I don't want it too bulky because I want it to be able to close well. So just going to put this on there and maybe go back and find a button or a leaf or something that will go in it. So I'm going to glue this down right quick. And I used just my ATG gun to do this because it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to use this size picture for this mat. Just a mat that's going to kind of show you the placement. Stick it just about right here. And this one and this one. I think that I need to ink this one a little bit. A child wrecked her car, totaled her car, she's fine, but this was almost 4 weeks ago, and getting the insurance company, they've been really nice, but getting them to get it all done and totaled, and it's just not a fun thing. I don't know. You're so mad when it happens, and then you're glad that she's not hurt, and then the frustration takes over of they lost the car for 2 days because she's going to school in San Antonio, and we had to go down there. I think we've been down there 3 times. They did find the car eventually. It was exactly where we said, but it was up on a rack in the garage, and so they couldn't look up and find it. They just were, I don't know, looking somewhere. And the fire ants got in it, or I don't know if they were fire ants or sugar ants, but some kind of critter that didn't need to be in a car. But it's all over with. So we're down looking at a car that can withstand her torturous driving. She is, I don't know what's wrong with her driving, other than she just wrecked this car underneath, and no tickets, no police involved, just one of those things that shouldn't have happened that did. So she was driving a 2013 Hyundai Sonata, and now I think she's going to be driving an old, well, not that old, but heavy duty old detective's car that you can buy here in Texas, that they drive them so many miles and then they turn them in, and but they don't look like black and white cop cars. They're just kind of, one's a, I don't know, Ford Focus or something like that. So now this is dry, close. I'm gonna cut this out so you can see that I glued it on with just the Scotch Quick Dry, and trying to cut it a little, or it almost cut. So that's what we've been doing. That, and I have a friend that's in the hospital, and I've been trying to go see her, and I have another friend that passed away from cancer this last week. So it's been kind of a long, hard week. But we're back. So it's just a pretty good way to make these stickers just have a little bit more dimension, like more like chipboard stickers, and pop them up off of the mat. So I'm gonna ink out. I've been inking them in the vintage photo, and I get kind of stuck on that. I don't change too much. So I'm going to get the basic ones put on, and then I'm going to look back through it one more time and see if there's anything else, any of the other stickers that I want to add to them once it kind of grows on me for a little while. So I'm going to foam tape left. That was really nice. I have a great big thing of foam tape, but I don't know where I've hidden it. So I'll find it. So I'm just gonna probably put these on pop-ups. I'm going to find that foam tape right quick. Can't be hidden that well. It's much easier to use. Let's see if it's down here. We're in the process of having all of our floors redone, and so everything's a mess. I don't know how they're going to do this, but I just am glad it's not me moving all that furniture. So now I have a big roll. I just gotta find it. I'm gonna put this just right in the middle of this. And stick it up. So I want it to have just enough space that it can off of the picture and leave some room to slip it under. See, I have the foam tape on, and I'm going to just mount it right here at the corner so that I can slip my picture under it. I may have to lift it up a little, but that's okay. And then this says jumping in the leaves. And I think I want it under here a little. Tuck it under. Maybe. There. So that's that one. And the trash doesn't come off of this board. Right. And the next one is this cardboard that I peeled off, and you can peel as much or as little as you want off. And I'm going to put it on there just like so, and then trim the excess off and glue it down. Let me get some tape on it. I'm going to just center this one right on this edge. Move it over just to here. I don't know if I should have used like craft the white glue or not. Let's see. So I'm just going to trim this off to fit around the semicircle. Oops, forget. There. This one, I made it matte. So now that's all cut off, and we'll ink it. And then what I use, we have a drill that we drill our holes, but our holes are 1/4 of an inch. So you can use this Your Memory Keeper's 1/4 inch hole punch and just free punch, because I don't want them too lazy to go downstairs to drill all this. So we just punch it through, and now we can tell where we have our hole. Then this is a pocket that will come in your kit that's made by Die Cuts with a View. You can put as many as you want in it. I just put one, and it is an expanding pocket, so you can add tags and pictures or whatever you want. It comes cut. The die cut looks like this. I don't know where it is, or I'd show it to you, but it looks like this, and you cut it. It's almost 3.5 inches tall, and it cuts out to like 7, maybe 8 inches, 7 3/4 inches wide. And then you just accordion fold this and this, and you want to miter your edges. Just cut across where they intersect here and here so that they will fold up. And then put some score tape on it. I'm going to use 1/4 of an inch, I think. Maybe if I actually got the tape instead of whatever I'm after. Stick with it. There. Long tape. And then this one's gonna go right here and right here. It's gonna cut it so it's not like a tear today. I have noticed on some of the scoring that I've been doing that their paper is kind of tearing, so just want to be careful and not crease it too tight on this. Too hard, I guess is the right word. So, just that. Peel these off. Position it about down here, I think, so that it can have a little wiggle room too. Oops. Get up. Or maybe we want it right there, because that'll be just fine. So we're going to press it down. You can see how it does expand. See? It's in there. See how you can put a lot of pictures in there. So I am putting this. This was a sticker that I walked on paths of Chris Autumn leaves on this. And then I've made 2 tags. The tags won't come in there because you can make your own with whatever pictures, and the measurements are in your instructions on how to do it. But just stick them in, and there you go. Let's see if I can fold this down a little bit, make it behave. That's a little better. Stick these down here at the bottom. I'm going to tie some ribbon through there. I punched some holes, reinforcers, just using the Tim Holtz mini tags and things. But that's what this looks like. And this is the other side. It's just pretty plain and simple. So that's 1 page down. And let me see if this dried over here. If it did, we can turn it over. Yeah, it's good. All right, this is your inside cover page, and this is a pocket page that has your instructions out. You cut the width of your book, which I believe is 8, so you would make it 9 inches, and then you would fold it, score it a 1/2 inch on each side to bring it back down to 8. It's really just a hair. It's actually, just like I did mine at 7 7/8 because it was trying to be hangover, so 8, and then score it on a 1/2 inch on each side, and then this measure is going to be 4, so you want it 4 1/2 and score a 1/2 inch under here. Cut the corners, miter these corners here at angles, and cut this one down so it won't show. And then I use score tape on these, and again you have to repunch your hole right here. And then this is a sticker. This part is a sticker that was in another thing, and I'm gonna look and see if I have any more. If I don't, you can just use whatever you. They have lots of them over there. And this is an Autumn Obsessed 2-part sticker that I just stuck in there. This is just I glued it 3 sides, here, here, and here, and this is just a tag that. Oh, and I used a 1 1/2 inch circle punch to just go in. There's marks. I've marked mine the centers, but probably not really that deep, maybe just a 1/4 of an inch deep, and just put it in and tromp it like that, and it cuts it. So if you were going to do this, just put it in however long you want it. I don't like this paper much, but it cuts it. And then this will come in your kit. These are 3 different tags that I cut using Kona Reeves files. You can look at her YouTubes and buy those, but they just give different cuts like you can do with your what do they call, spellbinders edges. So this is just one, same one. So this one is like 8 inches long by, they're about 5. This one's about 5. This one is about a 7 1/2 by 6 3/4, and this is probably 7 inches, 7 inches by 5. So they just increase. You just kind of do it sizes. I'm going to cut them for you, so they'll be cut whatever you need, so that way you'll have this same pocket thing that I do, because you can get a lot of real estate on these 3 pockets. And you want to make sure you punch your hole, and then this will, obviously once you get your ring in, you won't be able to get it in without moving it away from the hole. And you can make this one shorter or longer. This was the only sheet of paper I had, so I made it a little more narrower, and then it's a little bit taller. So you can make it, it'll probably just come just like this. But anyway, so that's the inside cover of this, which I think these autumn colors are really pretty together. And just to tie your string on this, and I stuck some washi tape on the bottom of this one. The washi tape's not included. The tag will be in here, and I'll see if I can find this to help it out some. And then this is a easier. This down underneath here. This is a sideways scallop tag, and this is the front. And these pieces off. This is a 6x6 cut apart, and I cut it apart. I think this is it. I cut it, or one of them anyway. It comes like this, so I just cut it out so that just a little bit of white showed. So I've cut it from 6x6 down to the page size that I need it to be. This is the other page. So this one is going to be just for a picture. This is stuck. This is why I use baby powder on it. Sometimes I miss. So this will be here and just glued down to, right in here. Now if you want to cut out the leaves and stick, a picture on there or make it small enough to compensate for it, either way's a good thing. Because I ripped these leaves off. Let me see if I can kind of cover them up with something. Maybe a little red. They look really bright, but leaves are kind of tattered and stuff, so it'd be alright. Let that dry. And ink over it. So I'm going to put this just so that it touches like this in this tag, so that you leave it so that you can slip your photo under here. And then what these will do will be sticking just up here, just for some decoration, like so. Actually, I want this one on this side, and this one, and this one, and then this one. So that's what that will look like. So let me glue this down. I thought at first this was going to be a pocket, but nah. I'm going to get some white glue because I want to glue this on enough so that I can, that's not white, so that won't work. This is the one that rips my thumb open every time because it catches on that. You can't see it, but I got a big old gash on my thumb. That's what I get for not paying attention to what I was doing. Why are things always in plain sight? This looks a little crooked stuck on here. See if I can get it off to this down. And here on. I don't want that side. Wrong side. I wanted it on the other side. I think here. Then I'm gonna stick these flowers down in here, or leaves, or whatever they are, like so. This one is just some white glue, and I'm going to stick it right on top of this. Right here. And then I'm going to put some glue back on this because it didn't stick very well. And some over here. Just up to that side. I think Sandy at Sandy's Creations told me about the towel to wipe off the glue. We bought them at, I think at Sam's. They're like, I don't know, cheap for a bazillion. And I don't wash them because I get glue on them, and so I just throw them away. So that's the front page of that.